Number 5. Styling that's missing the Jeep soul. The design team behind the 2026 Cherokee is walking a dangerous tightrope between honoring the past and embracing the future, but many longtime Jeep enthusiasts are feeling like the rope is about to snap. While Jeep is marketing this as a return to Cherokee heritage, the execution is creating more questions than answers about what makes a Cherokee actually look like a Cherokee. Nothing is more disappointing than walking into a Jeep dealership with childhood memories of rugged Cherokees and seeing a vehicle that looks like it belongs in a luxury mall parking lot instead of on a mountain trail. That's the emotional disconnect that's happening with the front fascia design, which is attempting to channel classic Cherokee DNA through angular headlight designs and a more upright grille structure. But the modern interpretation feels too sanitized for buyers who remember when Cherokees looked ready to conquer anything. The worst feeling for any Jeep enthusiast is looking at their vehicle from the side and feeling like it could be mistaken for any other crossover in a crowded parking lot. Unfortunately, that's exactly what the Cherokee's new side profile is creating, with smoother, more aerodynamic lines that prioritize fuel efficiency over the distinctive muscular character that made Cherokees instantly recognizable. Therefore, the styling changes are eliminating the visual cues that communicated adventure capability at first glance. The rear end's modern LED taillight designs and cleaner bodywork are removing the chunky, purposeful appearance that immediately told everyone this vehicle was built for adventure, therefore creating an identity crisis where the Cherokee looks more like a luxury family hauler than a capable off-road machine. But if you think these styling controversies are problematic, wait until you discover what Jeep has done under the hood that's creating even bigger concerns about Cherokee's legendary capability. Number 4. Hybrid-only powertrain. Nothing is more fundamentally controversial in the Jeep world than questioning whether a Cherokee can handle real off-road duty. But that's exactly what's happening with the decision to make hybrid power the exclusive option. Jeep is betting everything on a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine paired with electric motors. But this choice is creating serious doubts among buyers who need proven reliability in challenging conditions. One of the most terrifying experiences for any off-road enthusiast is being stuck miles from civilization with a vehicle that won't start because complex electronics have failed. That fear is becoming reality with the hybrid system's combination of turbocharged 4-cylinder engine and electric motors, which delivers plenty of power and competitive fuel economy, but introduces multiple failure points: battery systems, electric motors, regenerative braking, and complex computer controls that could leave you stranded when you're far from any service center. Picture the anxiety of planning a remote camping trip and wondering whether your Cherokee's hybrid system can handle the temperature extremes, dust, and moisture that come with real adventure. Electric components are notoriously sensitive to the exact conditions where Cherokee buyers expect their vehicles to excel. Therefore, the hybrid decision creates a fundamental conflict between fuel efficiency priorities and the rugged dependability that built Cherokee's reputation. The most frustrating scenario for any Cherokee owner would be explaining to your family why you had to cancel outdoor plans because you don't trust your hybrid SUV to perform reliably in challenging conditions. Traditional Cherokee buyers are asking critical questions. What happens when the battery fails during a weekend in the wilderness? Can the hybrid system handle sustained low-speed rock crawling? Will electric components survive water crossings? Therefore, the powertrain choice is prioritizing environmental compliance over the absolute confidence that Cherokee owners need for real-world adventures. So, the hybrid powertrain is raising serious reliability questions. But if you think complex electric systems are concerning, the interior design choices are going to disappoint you even more. Number 3. Interior design, abandoning rugged character. Few things are more disappointing to off-road enthusiasts than sitting inside what's supposed to be an adventure vehicle and feeling like you're in a luxury sedan. That's the exact emotional conflict the 2026 Cherokee is creating with an interior that prioritizes sophistication over durability. The most frustrating moment for any outdoor enthusiast is returning from a hiking trip with muddy boots and wet gear, only to hesitate before getting into their own vehicle because they're worried about damaging expensive interior components. That's the daily reality that Cherokee's luxury cabin is creating, with dual 12.3-inch displays dominating the dashboard, leather appointments covering most surfaces, and ambient lighting creating a refined atmosphere that looks impressive in showrooms but functions poorly for buyers who actually use their vehicles for adventure. Imagine the anxiety of loading camping equipment, fishing gear, or hunting supplies into a cabin designed for corporate executives rather than outdoor enthusiasts. Real Cherokee buyers need interiors that can handle the realities of adventure: muddy boots, wet clothing, sandy equipment, and dirty dogs without requiring constant maintenance. Therefore, the elegant approach is missing the target completely, prioritizing visual appeal over the practical durability that Cherokee owners actually need. Nothing is more embarrassing than having to explain to your outdoor buddies why they need to clean up before getting into your Cherokee because the interior is too delicate for real adventure use. The luxury materials and sophisticated design elements are eliminating the utilitarian character that made traditional Cherokees perfect adventure companions, therefore creating a vehicle that looks adventurous but can't actually function in the environments where Cherokee buyers spend their time. The interior changes are creating functional problems, but if you think the luxury cabin approach is misguided, the dramatic size increases are threatening everything that made Cherokee special in the first place. Number 2. Size growth. The most disappointing experience for any Cherokee enthusiast is trying to navigate their favorite narrow trailer park in their usual city spot, only to discover their vehicle is now too large for the environments where they enjoyed using it most. The 2026 Cherokee's larger dimensions, longer, wider, and taller than previous generations, create more passenger space and cargo capacity, but eliminate the maneuverability and practicality that made Cherokees perfect for tight trails and urban environments. The worst realization for Cherokee buyers is understanding that their SUV is now competing directly with the Grand Cherokee in terms of size and positioning, which raises uncomfortable questions about why both vehicles need to exist. Larger dimensions require bigger engines for adequate performance, reducing fuel efficiency, while increased weight compromises off-road agility and makes precise maneuvering more difficult, therefore creating a vehicle that tries to satisfy everyone but excels at nothing. The size controversy is affecting Cherokee's fundamental character, but if you think growing dimensions are problematic, wait until you see how the pricing strategy is completely destroying everything Cherokee buyers loved about this SUV. Number 1. Pricing strategy. The most devastating blow to Cherokee's future isn't anything about styling, powertrains, or features. It's the pricing structure that's going to price out the exact buyers who made Cherokee successful in the first place. The hybrid-only approach is pushing starting prices into territory that completely contradicts everything Cherokee represented in the SUV market. Nothing is more heartbreaking for a loyal Cherokee customer than walking into a dealership ready to upgrade, only to discover that their favorite SUV has priced itself beyond their budget. $38,000 for base models immediately create a financial crisis when you realize that proven competitors like the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid start at $32,000 and the Honda CR-V Hybrid begins at $31,000, therefore forcing Cherokee buyers to choose between loyalty and financial responsibility. The most frustrating realization for any Cherokee shopper is understanding that they're being asked to pay premium prices for an unproven hybrid system when those Japanese competitors offer time-tested technology, lower maintenance costs, and stronger resale values. At $38,000, buyers can choose proven mid-size SUVs like the Honda Pilot or Toyota Highlander that offer more space and better reliability, or even genuine off-road vehicles like the Ford Bronco that deliver real capability at similar prices. Picture the disappointment of explaining to your family why you can't afford the Cherokee you want, because Jeep has transformed it into a luxury vehicle that contradicts everything the nameplate originally represented. The pricing strategy reveals Jeep's fundamental misunderstanding of Cherokee buyers, who want affordable, capable, reliable transportation that can handle adventure without breaking their budget, therefore ensuring that the 2026 Cherokee will attract the wrong customers while driving away the loyal fans who made the nameplate successful. The 2026 Jeep Cherokee represents one of the most controversial reinventions in recent automotive history, a vehicle that's simultaneously more sophisticated and more disconnected from its target audience than any Cherokee before it. From the sanitized styling that abandons rugged character to the complex hybrid powertrain that questions reliability, from the luxury interior that can't handle real adventure to the enlarged dimensions that eliminate maneuverability, and finally, to the premium pricing that destroys value proposition. Every single change contradicts what made Cherokee buyers choose this nameplate originally. While Jeep's ambition to compete in premium segments is understandable, the execution reveals the fundamental risks of abandoning proven formulas that built customer loyalty over decades, therefore creating a vehicle that satisfies corporate objectives while disappointing the adventure-seeking families who made Cherokee a success story in the first place. The mitigating circumstance is the fact that controversial changes have become a common thing in today's industry, so fans of different SUVs have a hard time accepting the latest iterations. If you think models like the aforementioned CR-V are impeccable, make sure to check out our video about the polarizing changes this SUV has just brought. Electrified off-road version, mild styling updates, and lack of adequate technology improvements are just some of the things that come to mind.